Hello, hello, bienvenidos. Am I going to do this in Spanish or in English? I'm really not that sure. Maybe we should do it in Spanglish for you. Bienvenidos, entrepreneurs en Fuego, where entrepreneurs get naked. Did you know that? You signed a release form, didn't you?
I did.
Did you read the fine print? We get naked emotionally.
Right.
See? Because I want to know emotionally what drives you as an entrepreneur. With us today is JoAnn Calvin. Tell us a little bit about you.
Thank you so much for having me today. I am so excited. I am an entrepreneur because I can't work for people. I've decided that I'm worthy of having just a little bit more. If my theme has always been, if Donald Trump can get on a plane and fly anywhere in the world, why couldn't JoAnn Calvin? And I decided that if I made different choices in my life, I'd be able to have everything that I wanted.
Donald Trump is flying anywhere in the world, but I don't think that he's going to land in Mexico anytime soon.
I don't think he's going to be welcome.
I don't think so.
I don't think so. I don't think so. But I will be.
If he wants to stop by the office pile to do an interview for entrepreneurs in Fuego, we're not going to say no, but we'll ask the tough questions.
Right.
Much like the tough questions we're going to ask you today.
I'm ready.
You're ready?
I'm ready.
Tell me about Mary Kay. What is it about Mary Kay that has made this company so long-lasting and so appealing to so many women throughout the last, 50, 60 years?
53 years.
53 years.
53 years. You know, that's an incredible question. And the reason why is because Mary Kay's philosophy is enriching women's lives. It's not just how much money she brings. It's not just her being a mom. It's not just her being a wife. It's all of them combined, which allows her to literally live as a superwoman, making an executive level income while still being able to be a mom and a wife, or a worker and a single person, or a woman who's divorced with children. It fits every mode. Executive women, corporate execs, single moms, homemakers, it fits everybody.
I've been to your meetings, and in fact, there was a phenomenal directors meeting here that was held at the office pile. We are, by the way, at the office pile here at 2501 North 7th Street, Phoenix, Arizona, 85006. You know, it's all about you, baby. You know that.
It's all about you and me.
Right. I was here for that Mary Kay directorship reunion. And let me tell you something. The energy in the room was so high. Because you got all these Mary Kay people, all these ladies that are just they're so high into themselves, into the world, into doing good, into, progressing, into being empowered.
Right.
And I think that was truly an amazing experience, and I think that's the message that each individual one of you has, right? I mean,
correct.
You're a phenomenal woman because you're a fighter. You don't give up, and I think
not at all.
Am I right, baby?
You are right.
Am I right? So that, I think, what characterizes you as an individual, you as a Mary Kay representative.
Yes, absolutely. And the beautiful thing about Mary Kay, again, with the women being able to come in and be whoever they are in their own life, I don't have to compete against the next woman. Yeah. I just get to be JoAnn Calvin. Right. And she gets to be her, and she gets to be her, and she gets to be her. And that makes us phenomenal. Mary Kay also has a cancer foundation, and we have a domestic violence foundation. And we give suits for women who are going back into the workforce. It is to empower women to be their best self.
What did you do before you joined Mary Kay?
What didn't I do before I joined Mary Kay? The job that I left was I was a trainer for the state of Arizona. I used to train the inspectors that inspect the freeways in Maricopa County. I ran the entire department. And I could put my whole...
Wait. I want to hear about this. So what is it exactly that you inspected or that you trained?
So on the freeways, this is always what I say. On the freeways, there are little sticks, those orange and white sticks on the road. Yeah. I used to train the federal regulations to how those are supposed to be on the street. There are federal guidelines. Okay. I used to train like 53 classes for the state of Arizona.
All right. Okay. I'm sure that's a very honorable job, but it's not an exciting job where you're empowered to, use your creativity and everything else. So what else did you do? What else did you do?
I did that for a long time. And then I worked for a nonprofit.
Okay.
And I ran the youth department.
Right.
I've always done ADOT really was the only place that was a for-profit. I've always done non-profit work because my heart is to help people be better, no matter what the situation is. And so I've always done non-profit kind of work.
Okay. So at some point, there's some event that must have triggered JoAnn Calvin to say, you know, I know that I am better. Mm-hmm. I know that I can do better. Mm-hmm. And it made you take that leap. What mm-hmm. was that?
It was my recruiter. You know, I was in a Burger King, standing there talking to this guy. I went to
At a Burger King?
At a Burger King.
Okay.
Standing there talking to this guy I had gone to school with, high school.
Yeah.
And this beautiful blonde walks into the building. Burger King. Now, we're standing at the front door, and she offers me a card for a Mary Kay facial. Now, I'm looking at her. She looks hot. Hair is hot. Clothes, suit, fabulous. Shoes, fabulous. And she's talking to me. And I wanted to know who she was, and I wanted to know what she did.
Wow.
Because what I had going on wasn't looking like what she had going on.
Right.
So we exchanged numbers. I called her, drove to her home in Scottsdale, had a facial. Her name is Janet Boots. She changed my life. It took a long time for me to conceptualize being an entrepreneur, though. I was chasing the corporate dollar, and everyone wanted my skill sets, but they didn't want to pay me for them.
Right.
And when I went to an event, she finally got me to go to an event with her 4.5 years later. I wasn't quick to this entrepreneurial thing because I thought corporate America was the way to make all the money.
Right.
And I went to this event, and the woman that was speaking, her name is Carol Anton. She's a Mary Kay multimillionaire, and her check that morning deposited into her bank account was $65,000.
Wow.
For the last 30 days.
Maybe I should become a Mary Kay representative myself.
I would recommend it. I would recommend it. But it was fabulous. And all I could think is I'm sitting here, I have a degree, I work hard. I work hard everywhere I go.
This is 4.5 years from the time that you met this lady.
Yeah.
At the.
I'm a little slow.
No. Hey, look, it takes mm-hmm. a while sometimes for us entrepreneurs to take that. It mm-hmm. takes a while. Mm-hmm. But there are a lot of JoAnns that are going to be listening to this podcast and watching this video going, hey, you know, maybe I can be like JoAnn. In fact, I know I can be like JoAnn. I want her lifestyle. I want to look the way she looks because you look phenomenal.
Thank you.
And it's not by accident because you have worked to be and to look this way. Yes?
Yes. Yes, because you can't just walk out anyway saying you sell makeup. Because people are going to be looking at you saying, no, she doesn't.
You are your brand, right?
Correct.
I mean, you're your brand, and you're representing that brand everywhere you go. And so take us to that 4.5 years later. You're at this place, and you listen to this lady speak. She deposits a check for $65,000 that morning in the account, and you're like, I want that.
I want that. And all I could think was, if there's another person who has 2 ears, 2 eyes, 1 mouth, 2 legs, 2 arms, that is person who is me. And if she can do it, I can too. There's like nothing that anyone can do that I can't do if I'm willing to do the work. And that is where the rubber meets the road, on the willingness to do the work.
Did you find, all right, so you make that decision.
Yes.
And was it the day after, or did you wait another 4 years, or what happened?
I signed up that day.
That day you signed up?
I signed up,
said,
and I didn't even have the
life.
money. I didn't have the money. I took the money from a bill. And I signed up. And I think my recruiter knew I was going to sign up that day because she had the kit in the car. She was smart.
Should I pay the electricity? Should I join Mary Kay and change my life?
Right.
That was her decision.
It was because we didn't have the money. We didn't have $100 extra. And all I could think is, who works, husband and wife work, and there's not an extra 100. And I didn't want to live like that anymore.
And so during this process, I am sure you make that decision yourself because you felt that you were worth a lot more.
Correct.
Than what you thought so far that the world is giving you right now. You're worth a lot more than that. Mm-hmm. And so you take that leap, you take that step, you go beyond that corporate world and you say, I'm going to be the real, I'm going to find myself. Mm-hmm. How many naysayers did you find? How many haters were out there going, girl, you crazy?
Right. Especially since I didn't wear makeup. I didn't like women too much, nor did I wear makeup. So there was a problem. But what I saw was that my life could change if I changed. And even my own spouse wasn't supportive because he's a worker and he wanted me to be a 9-to-5-er. And it wasn't in me. It never has been me, because I was like, this is crazy. That's too little money to be working all day and sending my kids off to school, making sure they get on the bus so that I can get to work, so that I could take an hour lunch, so that I could miss their sporting events. I didn't want that.
Your motivation was, of course, yourself. You wanted to be, you realized that you can be somebody else. But surely your motivation were your kids as well.
My motivation were my kids and my husband. My husband was a cement finisher at that time.
Yeah.
And I knew that he couldn't do that for the rest of his life.
Right.
You can't be 50, 60 on the ground. It's great money, but your body can't do it.
But you take the initiative to change your family's life.
Correct.
And that's a huge step. I mean, that is admirable, JoAnn. Let me tell you something. I mean, I talk to a lot of entrepreneurs, and I ask them, what makes you tick? What makes you get up in the morning and go out there and change the world and face the risks and face the obstacles? What is it? And when I talk to people such as yourself, it just fuels my fire, man. It just inspires me as your friend to go out there and be better myself. And that's what you do for me. And that's what you're going to do for a lot of people that are listening to this thing. And that's what the value of the show is all about.
Thank you.
I admire you.
Thank you.
I honestly tell you.
I want us to decide to do more, because God created us, so that means that we have the ability to be our best. And oftentimes when I meet women, life has brought them from a level 10, where God created us, to a level 4 and 5. And we live and work on level 4s and 5, but we're 10s.
Somebody listening to this right now that wants to be like you, or it's already an entrepreneur out there, what advice would you give them? If there's one thing that you learned in this trip, what is the advice that you would give them?
Believe. If you're not inspired by Christ, then know that it's in you, but you have to take that step. No one's going to take the first step. Give yourself permission to believe and do it for a year. Whatever your passion is, give yourself a year. And then, if it doesn't work, then give it another year. But at least give yourself a year, because if you never try, you'll never know how great you are.
And you are great.
Thank you.
You inspire, and you're going to inspire a lot of people.
Thank you.
Where do you want to be in a year?
In a year, I will be a national sales director. My goal is to be the first African-American national sales director in Arizona.
In Arizona, no less. Unbelievable. And you will be. And we want to check on your progress as you move forward with your journey, with your trip. And if there's anything, of course, that we can do to promote your journey, your entrepreneurship, we will, man. We're here.
You have been amazing. The top has been amazing. I've developed 2 offspring directors here. Wow. I have one who's just earned her car. I have one who's on target for her car and about to become a director, because we utilize your facility. You have done a lot for us already.
Thank you so much, dear. I appreciate that. What's with the pink car, man? What's up with
Man,
that?
you better stop playing. The pink car is the top of the line. It is our trophy on wheels. It is the excellence of excellent. There are the top 1% in this company drive that car. So it is our trophy on wheels. $50,000 car that we paid nothing for.
Nice.
They pay the tax, the license, the car payment, and 85% of the car insurance. What? I'll drive it if it's pink, blue, stars, whatever it is.
I'm going to start selling me some makeup.
We're amazing, and you need to join my team, because we just finished $500,000. Wow. So we've done some incredible things. I have incredible women with incredible work ethic who are willing to make a change for their families. Please.
I need a facial.
Okay.
And you know what? I think it was you or another Mary Kay director that is also a member here at the top that said, we're going to offer you a facial or something like that. So I'm going to take a rain check on that. But I'll see you around with that.
You'll love it. We have great men's skincare. We have great, and every woman doesn't wear makeup, but we have great skincare. We have things that make you feel nice and soft and supple.
They're amazing.
Thank you.
Things fly here in this show. Things fly. And for our beautiful guests, guess what?
Awesome.
We're going to give you a beautiful Office Pile t-shirt. it's not. It doesn't say Mary Kay, but look, it's got a nice design and everything
It's
else. So
fantastic
start.
because it's coming from you.
Thank you, so this is for
Awesome.
you, honey.
Thank you so much.
And we've spoken with JoAnn Calvin. She is a Mary Kay director and my friend and my hero.
You're so awesome. Thank you.
We're out.